welcome to my journey into another weighing video. Let's get the elephant out of the room. I got my nightgown on, I'm doing laundry, and I let myself run out of undergarments. So this was the best option. I figure, y'all don't know if this is a sundress, y'all don't know if it's a tank top, y'all don't know. Y'all don't care. So there, the elephant is now out of the room. We are here for weigh-in. Gotta tell you, wasn't sure about this week. Was not sure. So let me tell you what I did, and then we'll talk about it. So I weighed in at 257.4 for a loss of 3 pounds even, and that puts me at it's 119 maybe 6, I think. So I'm still away from my 130 that I was at, which every time I get to my high, something happens and I go down. Listen, you can go back in my weight tracker, which I need to update. I'm going to get my little notebook out and update that thing. I need to track it in iTrack Bites too. I track it in there because it keeps a running total. And so I track it in there, and I track it in Weight Watchers, and I track it in my journal book over here, which I have not done in a while. So I think David, he was in there, I was talking to him a while ago. I said, well, let me go in here and do this weigh-in. I said, give me something to talk about. I need something to talk about. I said, talk about how I lost 3 pounds and I don't know how. He said, well, you did something right. I said, well, yeah, I guess I did, but I think a lot of it was I laid off the sweets. I still didn't eat right. I still didn't track, which that's what I'm working. We'll talk about that in a minute too. I'm trying to remember. I didn't track, not consistently. Every now and then I would track something, but I did lay off the sweets. Now there's some cookies in the house that I have eaten a few of those. Not every night, not a gorge, so I'm proud about that. But as far as buying stuff at the store like I was doing, when I was really laid up, I'm not doing that. So that probably helped. While maybe I ate too much other regular food, not having all the sugar, I'm sure helped. Now, did I want that 18 pounds to be surgery gain? And this week it just miraculously went away. Yes, I did. I knew it wasn't going to, because I knew that it was me. I knew I'm the one that gained that weight. I mean, I just knew it. I knew what I'd been eating and laying around like a lump doing nothing. 3 months of just eating and laying around, you're going to gain weight. So I guess I can't be too hard on myself about it. I could have done better, but I didn't. So now I told you we're going to talk about something, and I never forgot. Tracking. We've talked about it on here before. We've done videos where I said, okay, I want you to do one thing at a time. Here's our list of things we're going to do. It'll be like a challenge or something. I want you to pick one. Just pick one thing, and let's work on one thing. Well, I just hadn't been following my own advice, and then Susie was talking about she has to do one thing at a time. And I think her first thing she was working on was tracking. And then the next thing was going to be, I think, maybe food or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? That's what I need to do. And I need to take my own advice because I have talked about it before. So that's what I'm doing. I'm tracking. Now, I might not get everything in the app, but I'm getting everything written down in my book. I have a planner that I found at the thrift store. Nice planner. And it's not dated, so you date it. And I dated it back 1 month, and then I stopped, then another month I stopped. I was doing pretty good there for a while, and then I stopped. But some things that I've eaten that I have not weighed or measured, I didn't know how to track them to get points. So I just didn't. I just put the food down, then I ate it. Good, bad, or ugly. I had to look at it, had to face my facts. Oh God, look at that sheet full of food. So at least I got it on paper. That's my first thing I am attacking, and that's tracking. I'm attacking tracking. Dad joke here. That's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to work on getting my tracking to be a habit, because what is it? What do I tell you? It's the what? The bane of my existence. I hate tracking. I resent tracking, and that's the most ridiculous thing. Like, grow up and know that tracking is a key to success. It really is. It is one of the keys to success. Is to keep a track of your food. I don't care how you keep a track of it. Just keep a track of it. So, like, if I had kept a track of it, I could have gone back this past week and looked to see, where do you think you lost that 3 pounds? And I could see what I ate. And then I would know to kind of say, oh, well, let's try that again. Or we could change it up here a little bit. But I didn't do that. So that's where tracking comes in to play. But so I'm going to work on tracking first, whatever the food is. Obviously, I'm going to try to work on the food at the same time. I'm not just saying, oh, food can be any old thing I want it to be as long as I'm tracking it. No, excuse me, my nose is itching. No, I'm still going to work on the food. It's just, if the food's not perfect, which it never will be, but if the food's not perfect, that's going to be the second concern. Tracking is going to be the first concern. And once I get myself on a firm footing of tracking, where I feel like it's second nature, which I don't know how long that's going to take, then food is going to be really hot and heavy. Which I'm going to work on food. Like I said, I'm going to work on food, because it'd be ridiculous. I'd be shooting myself in the foot to say I'm only going to work on tracking and not food. But tracking is going to be the main thing. Listen, y'all don't believe what I did. So in PT, I went to PT yesterday. Oh, I was so tired. She makes me tired. The thing I was telling David last night, the things he can do, he takes for granted. I said I took them for granted until they were taken away from me. And then I didn't realize until I'm trying to get them back exactly what I took for granted. I took for granted that my thighs worked, my hamstrings worked, the quads. I took that for granted, that they actually worked, that they would pick my leg up and put it on a step, that I can stand on one foot and balance myself, that I can pull myself up using one foot, one leg, that I can go sideways. I had to do hurdles yesterday, which probably wasn't 6 inches tall. And I had to go over them front ways, and I couldn't swing my leg out, because that's cheating, because that's how we used to walk when our knees were bad. Since the knees wouldn't work, this way, we'd swing them out. So, God, leave my nose itching. That means somebody's coming to see me. I don't want nobody to come see me. Holly and the baby come yesterday, so ain't nobody gonna come today. Knock on wood. I don't want them to. I mean, unless it would be like RJ or something. I don't want some traveling salesman or whatever they call these days. The things you can't do. And so going over those hurdles, I was holding on to her, and she was holding my waistband in the back. She was just going to hold that to steady me. Well, I couldn't stand on my right leg and pull my left leg up, and vice versa. I just couldn't do it. And so I was holding on to her, and then I started holding on. We got to the end. She goes, girl, she said, you really holding on to me? I said, yes, I am. I can't do this. I can't get it up there. But those are the things. If you can walk, if you can twist your knee, if you can turn sideways, if you can go up down steps, if you can sidewalk to the side, if you can step over things, Don't take it for granted. But here's what I did. Oh, she did her little tool, that little metal tool. You had to go to class to learn how to use that metal tool. It's just something that she rubs along the muscle around the knee, mostly on the top and a little on the inside, just a little on the outside, but nothing down on the kneecap or down the front of the knee, nothing like that. Just on the muscle of the thigh, because it loosens it up. We already worked it and got it loose, but that loosens it up a little bit more, so when we bend it to get a measurement, then it just helps it, makes it more pliable. It's not cheating, it just makes it more pliable. And so she said, we're going to go for 103 today. I said, 103? I said, what were we last week? Tuesday. No, Tuesday. She said, 98. I said, 103, that's a little bit much to go for. She said, you think? I said, yeah, I think that's too much. I said, I'm thinking 100. So, okay. She gets through, we get my leg, she pushes it up there, she goes, how you doing? I said, good. And she's measuring. She pushed a little bit more. She said, how you get? I said, well, I said, you might could try a little bit more. And when she did, I come out of it. Boy, I leaned up and got that leg stretched out because it hurt. Woo, Lord have mercy, it hurt. And she starts laughing. I said, what? She goes, well, you was already at 103. I said, oh, you little shit. She was not letting on that I was at 103 where she told me I could be. And she was going to let me see if I could go any further, because I said, let's try. So I was thinking I wasn't doing no good. So I was. So I'm at 103. They like you to be 112 to 115, which I will not get because I have fat on my thigh and my hamstring area in the back behind my knees, on the top and the bottom. So there's fat. When I bend, there's fat that's bumping and not keeping it all the way together. So I'm going to stay out here instead of here. But the doctor told me that, and I mean, I understand that, you know. I mean, I can look at my knee and I can feel my knee when I bend it, so I know that. But as long as I can get it as far as what it would go with, you know, the fat clumped together, then I'm good. But what I was going to tell you was I did something yesterday morning. Now, see, she told me, she said, you can walk. She said, I told her my driveway is kind of rocky, bumpy. She said, well, take your cane, get out to the paved part, and then you can just carry your cane with you. She said, but I just want you to walk 5 minutes up, set your timer on your clock or whatever, your phone, and 5 minutes back. That's it. 10 minutes. That's it. So I was like, you know what? First of all, it's too cold out there. I ain't going. And then second of all, in the evenings, I'm too tired. I don't feel like fooling with it. So yesterday morning, I thought to myself, I'm like, do you dare? And I'm like, yes, I did Richard Simmons Disco Sweat. Y'all know that's the love of my life in exercise world. So I got up there and did it. Let me tell you, it is so funny because I did it for so long, not being able to use my knees. So I did it very stiff, very modified, no leg bending or nothing. There's a lot of knee bending in there, just squatting, not squat to the floor, but bending when you move, you know, sideways or whatever. And I could never do none of that. So everything was straight-legged, and a lot of it I couldn't do. And so when I was working on it yesterday, my muscle memory was still stiff-legged. So I'm like, hold on. When he says, knees bent, whatever, I'm like, you can do that. You can go down with your knees. So I started having to replay in my mind, retrain my mind to not do it stiff-legged, to do it the way he said. And then there's a few moves, like cha-cha-cha type move, cha-cha-cha, that. Oh, I'm shaking my thing. That kind of move, I could never do that because my knees did not allow it. And so I tried doing it yesterday, and I am slower than molasses. I can't do it's more like and then they're on to the next one. I did the best I could do. But you know what? I lasted 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes of that, because it's constant moving on your feet, was probably more exercise than that 10 minutes of walking. Maybe it wouldn't have been as brisk. I don't know, because I don't know how fast I would have walked. It wouldn't have been fast, I can tell you that. It wouldn't have been fast. But you're always moving the bottom. You're always moving your top. There's something always going. So she was happy to hear that. She wanted to know what it was now. She tried to remember it. I don't know how many times she's gonna write it down. I said, write it down. I said, I go look it up on YouTube, and you can see, because she said, does it do this or this? I said, just go look at it on YouTube, and you'll see what I do. That way she can look and see, is it benefit? Is it not benefit? You know, is it helping? What she think it would be helping, that kind of thing. So yeah, buddy, I didn't do it yet this morning. David's home, so I'll have to wait and do it after he goes to bed, because I do it on YouTube. It's a very poor quality, but I don't use my DVD player anymore, and that's what I had it on. Used to have it on VHS, so I'll take YouTube, and if I ever lose it on YouTube, then I'll have to get me a DVD player, because I'm sure I got rid of it. I'm sure I did. Slurpy slurperson. So 20 minutes. I was so excited. I actually got to track some activity in my Walmart app. Gave me 3 points. I don't think I earned 3 points, but I'll take them. Especially since I'm not counting points. Isn't that terrible? That's terrible. So listen, Holly and the baby came up yesterday. That's the sweetest little boy. Did I tell you she finally cut his hair? Oh my gosh. He looks like a little man now. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how much it changed him. He grew. It looks like he grew a year in age. Excuse me, from the time she cut his hair, before and after. But he's the sweetest thing. Oh my gosh. He sat on me and laid on me, and he'd want to go get a snack, and when he wants you, he'll say, Mommy up, Mommy up. And Holly's like, Mommy don't want to get up. He come over, he say, Momo up. I say, Momo get up. See, Momo can get up now. That's the thing. Momo can get up. I don't have to say, I can't right now, honey. Momo's knees hurt, and I can't right now. Yeah, my knee might not be completely fixed, but I can use it. I can get up and down off of the toilet. I can get up and down off of my seat. I can get up and down off of a kitchen chair. I can get up and down off of this chair that I'm in without holding on. There's a table over here that I'd have to hold on, and then hold on to my walker with the other hand and pull myself up. Look, if I could show you, there's no walker over here. Hold on. Joan, that was you. I will be calling you back, honey. It's so big over here, where there ain't no walker. So, yeah, that makes a big difference. I love it. But I don't think there's nothing else I was going to talk about. That I ain't been doing nothing. I ain't been doing nothing. Ain't got nothing to talk about. I will tell you this. Now, I have gotten some Happy Mail in the past 3 months, and I've not been filming, so I've not had anything to put it on, and I don't want to try to recall all of it, because then I'll forget somebody. This one's on my mind because I just got it from Brandy Marks. She sends me magazines and cookbooks. She sends me stuff pretty regular, and she sent me some magazines, a couple cookbooks, And then she had a letter in there that says, surprise! She goes, a friend of her mom passed away Thanksgiving. And she had cookbooks and recipes. Brandy got most of the cookbooks, she said. And the recipes, she had manila folders for each category. She has all kind of categories. Recipes that she's printed off the internet, that she's pulled out of magazines, just tons of them. And Brandy thought I might have fun going through them. I'm like, girl, that is up my alley. And so I was telling David yesterday, I said, did you see this? Because I got it out and put it in this little basket so I could thumb through it easily. I said, did you see this? This is what was part of that box you brought in. And I told him what it was. He goes, that's somebody's personal life. I said, I know. That's what gets me off, is being the one to take charge of somebody's personal life after they've gone or after they've been donated to a thrift store. It thrills me to have stuff that other people, in this case, compiled. There was a handwritten that I saw in there right off the bat, a handwritten recipe. Cookbooks that have marks and scribbles in them, notes, handwritten recipes like that box I got. I feel like I'm saving somebody's memory from being just thrown to the wayside. I have actually bought picture books at the thrift store just so that somebody else didn't get them. I didn't keep them because it wasn't my family. They weren't my family pictures. I didn't know them. Didn't know who to give them back to. But I feel like me getting them and disposing of them was more reverent than somebody else getting it, ripping the things out and using the book, which I could have done, but I don't know. But yeah, I'll buy a picture frame if it's got somebody's picture in it, just because I don't think it should be laying around a thrift store. I can't help it. I can't help it, y'all. That's how I'm built. So anyway, well, I'm going to cut this short and get off here and call Joan back. See what's going on with my girl. So, glad y'all come to see my weigh-in a day late. That was 3 pounds lost. I'll take it. I'm not lost all the 18, but there's 3 off of it. So, yeah. I don't know. If I think of anything else, I'll pop on the end of this and tell you. But I already told David when I came back here I didn't have nothing to talk about. When you don't do nothing, you'll have nothing to talk about. So, that'll be all for me. And I guess I will just see you when I see you.